When you find queen cells in your hive, you have to carry out an artificial swarm. The first thing you do is to find all the queen cells that are in your hive. You find the best one and you mark it. And you make sure that there are no other queen cells that you haven't seen by using your bee brush. We can brush the bees off gently to make sure that we don't miss a queen cell. At this stage, we bring our nuke into the question. So your nuke should come already with 6 frames already made up, because you have that ready for your swarm management. You close the entrance to the nuke, and now we need to find the queen in the hive. Hopefully she's going to be on a frame that has no queen cell. So we find her on one of the frames, make sure there's no queen cell on this frame. If there is, you can break it down as long as it's not the one that you want to keep. So we bring that frame with the queen and brood over to the nuke. You take out one of your frames and you replace that frame with the queen, the brood and the other bees. Now we can put this frame at the back of this hive. You can either put it behind the brood nest or at the very back of the hive. It really doesn't matter which, as long as you don't put it right in the middle of the brood. Next, we take another frame of brood. Again, make sure that there's no queen cells on it. So we take a frame. Again, we take out a frame out of the nuke. You put the frame from the nuke into the hive, and you put the frame from the hive with bees and brood in beside the frame that the queen is on. So far you have 2 frames of brood plus your queen in your nuke. Next, you need to give them some food. So you take a frame that has food on it. Maybe there are bees on it, it really doesn't matter. And you're going to put that into your nuke as well. So let me take this one out. And we put the frame of food right in beside the brood and the queen. And the empty frame goes into the hive. So now we have 2 frames of brood and a frame of stores, and you've replaced those frames with empty frames in your hive. The last thing we need to do is to take some frames with bees on the frames, and we simply shake them into the nuke. One firm shake, like that. And the crawling bees will fall into the nuke and they'll look after the queen and the brood. And we put this frame back into the hive. So you're taking the bees off it, but you're not taking the frame. Again, you take another frame with bees, you shake it into the nuke, and you put the frame back into the hive. Be careful not to shake the frame that has the queen on it. I mean the queen cell. So don't shake your queen cell frame. You have 6 frames now in your nuke. 3 of them will be already drawn with brood or food. 3 of them will be empty. And in your hive, you fill up all the extra space with any extra frames that you need. You close it up and you don't look in there again for 3 weeks. But with your nuke, you put the lid on, you strap it up, and you move it 3 miles away so that the bees from the nuke don't go back into the hive. And that's how you do an artificial swarm.